Hello everyone. Today I'm going to showcase Aizen and Ulqiorra's new evolutions. But before we do that, I wanted to say thank you so much for the support on the last video. I was actually quite surprised because I didn't upload for 2 days, because Saturday and Sunday I didn't upload anything, so I didn't expect the ALS video. So again, thank you. Yeah, so my Twitch account will be in the description down below, and so will my third channel, which will be for VODs of previous streams from Twitch. What else? So my second channel will be gacha content, so if you guys are interested, I'll consider putting that in the description, but obviously you don't have to check that out. Alright, so let's get started. So first and foremost, let's look at Aizen. I will not use any I can't even spell, bro. What the heck? Aizen, oh my god. There we go. So let's look at Aizen's passive. So I will also mention I won't use orbs. Again, no godly leader, but yeah, so again, I should also say this before I go through the passives. If you guys do enjoy this my content, please leave a like and consider subscribing if you are new. But yeah, anyway, let's start. So let's start with the ability. So I did use both Ulqiorra and Aizen like a couple days ago. So essentially he has a specific range, okay, and the it's like a yellow range, and if you use Aizen's, I think, force ability, yeah, so the force ability will send the enemies to that yellow range, and then the reversal sends them, essentially it makes them walk backwards for 10 seconds, depending on how far they are. It'll stop at the start, but I don't think that's gonna happen anyway, so but that's essentially his ability. It's okay. So let's start with the Transcendence passive. When an enemy enters 60% of the unit, excuse me. When an enemy enters 60% of this unit's range, apply a stacking 1% slow. Closer enemies are to this unit. Okay, up to 30% slow. So increase damage. Enemies take by 1%. The closer the enemies are to the unit. Okay, increase Aizen's range by 1%. The closer enemies are to this unit. So, I mean, I don't know how good that is, because maybe in infinite mode, but even so, if they're that close to Aizen, then that means their health is a little too high, so Aizen won't be able to kill. Perfection upon placement starts a 250-second timer. After the timer finishes, unlock this passive. On hits, apply 1 confusion stack to the enemy for each stack. Enemy takes 2.5 times more damage, or 2.5% damage from Aizen, up to 50%. At 20 stacks, when the enemy enters Aizen's closest possible range, stun them for 15 seconds.
Musicality.
I mean, that's cool, but it's kind of, I don't know, it's alright. Now let's look at Ulqiorra. So Ulqiorra has 2 abilities. The first one is he gets off rip. So upon activation, remove all feathers from enemies, deal 15% of this unit's damage per feather applied cap of 75% if enemy had 3 or more feathers, stunned for 3 seconds. So you'll learn what the feather passive is in a second. Erode to nothingness. For every feather applied to an enemy, the enemy takes 5 trillion more damage, cap of 25 trillion, gain plus 50% damage. I don't know if that's permanent or not. If the enemy doesn't die, apply stacking slow, minus 2% per second, plus 2%, minus 2% per second until 80% slow. Okay, so once 80% is reached, the slow remains for 60 seconds. Holy crap. Demonic feathers. So this is where if he attacks an enemy, each time he attacks, he applies a feather onto those enemies, and it gives him more damage. Lance of Thunder. Target the strongest enemy. Apply electrified in a medium circle centered on that enemy. Feather synergy. Increase, yeah, like I said, each time a feather is on an enemy, so a cap of 3 feathers on an enemy gives him 30% damage, essentially. So that's it. Let me go to infinite mode, and I'll showcase them from there. So see you guys in a second. Alright, so here we are in infinite mode. I'm doing this map because I still need the secret orb from well, the orb, the divine crafter that doubles the what is it? The critical hit chance or double? I don't know, something like that. So I need the stuff from this map. So anyway, so off for it actually. Aizen's attack actually looks really good. Like the little shards and stuff. I will say though, the characters seem a little mid. Like the damage is good, but I just feel like they're mid. I don't know. But as you can see, he has a timer. It's shortened down because it's times 3, which makes sense. But yeah, so no orbs, as you can tell. Oh, okay. Well, besides ulqiorra, I forgot to take it off. But it's whatever. I think it's just SPA in range. That's it. So yeah, that's pretty much that. Before we, get started here, I wanted to say, if you guys want to meet, oh my god, I cannot talk this morning. So if you guys want to see me grind out these units and record a video on it, I'll gladly do it. Just in the comments if you're interested. I'll do it. So it's up to you guys. Anyway, let me get focused. So Aizen, let's give him to his next upgrade. I probably should upgrade these first, actually. Give me a second. Okay, here we are. So this is his new ability. Let me put in times 1 actually. It's actually pretty cool. So these, both ulqiorra and Aizen, their models are the ones from Bleach Brave Souls, which I'll put on screen now. But yeah, so you can hardly see it, but you can see part of his yellow range. That range is for his ability, which you will probably see and once I obviously get it. But yeah, so that's his new attack. Here's his next one, which he's now full AoE and I think stays that way. Spoiler alert, both of them stay full AoE, which I think is good. But their passives are a little meh, to say the least. So let's speed this up a bit. Okay. Let's see that again. Yeah, just bigger shards. And then he also has purple range, and that's based off of the closer they are to him, the more damage he gains, but the more damage the enemy takes from him. So now let's get into his ability. Once I get enough, let me put it back at ×3 so I can get it. Almost there, bruh. Honestly, I think they should. I don't know. I feel like having a new farm might be useful, but that's just me. So now he gains daze, which afflicted enemies take 20% more damage, more crit damage, and have their movement speed reduced by 100% for 10 seconds. 55-second cooldown per enemy, so pretty cool. So let's show off his ability. Now you can choose which one. So like I said, Force is where they teleport to the closest point near Aizen. And it's a global time stop for 40 seconds. And then Reversal, they walk backwards for 10 seconds. So let's do Force, which you'll see here, and obviously they're dead. So, and there's no really oh my god, there's not a real animation for his ability. So that's Aizen. Let's showcase ulqiorra. Alright, so first attack, set it to ×1. Spectate. So you can see the feathers actually at the top of their heads. Yeah, right there. See? So, and you can see how they're stacked, how many feathers are stacked onto the enemy. So pretty good. And then obviously you can see his damage rise from it. So, and he also has his first ability, which you can auto, and it's like 45 seconds. So not too bad. So let's get him to his next new move, which he will obviously become full AoE. It doesn't really change much, to be honest. It kind of looks the same. That's kind of it. Boom. His next move, still full AoE. Let's see. Yeah, right there. Pretty cool. I think it looks actually kind of good in my opinion. Now his new ability gives him more damage and does more damage depending on how many feathers are stacked. I don't excuse me, I do not think there's an actual animation for this, but we'll see. Oh, there is. There is. Holy crap. That looks pretty good. Alright. So, buffing. Let's sell this. Here we go. So, I think I'm gonna do aizen first. So... bad spot for everything, to be honest. Okay. So, let's do this. 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 And then... this. 4.61 billion. That is not too bad. And then for you, 4.75 billion. Insane. So... like I said, they're not bad, but their passives are just... their abilities are a little meh. Like, I don't know, I guess besides, like, secret bosses, like, D4C, I'm pretty sure, from the, I think it's the dungeon, for the Steel Ball Run. They may be good for that, but other than that, I don't know. But this weekend, I'll for sure showcase the the other Bleach units. If you guys are interested in that, please like and subscribe. And then I'm thinking I might upload videos on Anime Saga. If you guys haven't seen that, it's similar to Anime Dimensions, but the only difference is that it's actually good. it's really good. I didn't play much of it. I do have some characters, but they're not good. They're really not good. I'm still in the first story map, so if you guys are interested, I will live stream it. I can't do it on this channel, but if you guys can give me the 50 subs, I will gladly appreciate it. But yeah, so thank you guys for watching, and see you next time. So peace.